Fucking bunter ass bitch. Claiming ass motherfucker.
Boom. What up, world? Welcome to something brand new. Y'all recognize our voices. I'm D Jones. I got the ghost with me. As always, Ant's one behind the scenes. And especially for this, Morgan Smeet behind the scenes. We've been talking about this for a long time, doing video reviews and putting them up on our Instagram. And it only took us getting quarantined and a worldwide pandemic to do it, baby. The Ghost is going to explain to you how we're going to score every video. So, Ghost, tell them what's good.
So, first off, obviously, this is not serious. Don't get offended. We're just trying to spark some debate and have fun and give y'all something to kill some time with. It's going to be 10 categories. We're grading them out of 10, and we can give half points. So, the first category is going to be style. Second, Narblade. Third, tech. Fourth, transition. Fifth, trick selection. Sixth, kits, aka outfits. 7, filming. 8, song match to skating and editing. 9, overall continuity. And then 10, ender, that last trick power. First up, we got Danny Garcia and Mosaic. Here we go.
All right, bro. You know exactly where we're starting. Style. Danny Garcia is a goddamn style god. Nothing to complain about. And Mosaic, it's a 10 for me, my G.
Bruv, you already know. I ain't got nothing to add. 10, no questions asked.
Next up, we're dealing with the Narblade, something we talk about a lot. Danny definitely stepped it up at the end of his part. You know, the gap to nollie crooks, the gap to back lip, kick nose. It's gnarly and all. In order to be one of those top-ranking Narblade guys, I need to see that throughout the part. So, unfortunately, I'm going to hit him with a 7.
I respect that. I was thinking, like, he did get Nar at the end, so I was going to give it a little higher. But then I'm like, if we give him a 10, we can't. What do we give?
What are you going to give
Nyjah
the Gabriel
Houston?
Summers of the world?
Exactly. I hate to do it to my boy, but I'm going to give him a 6 for Nar.
Oh! Damn. You went lower than me, dog. I thought I was setting the bar low with that 7. Shit, I might have to rethink that.
Next up, we go on tech. What can I say? But he's like Nar tech. So he's not like the most Nar or the most tech. So for tech, I'll give him a 7.5.
Ooh, you went with the half point, eh? Revolutionary. I say the same thing. Danny Garcia to me is the perfect balance of style, tech, Nar. And I'm just thinking about this the first time we're doing it, and I'm relating it to the grades we would get into school. And I'm thinking it's around like a C plus B minus area. So I'm going to stick with the 7.
Okay. I respect it.
Next up, we got transition. We know a lot of these guys we're reviewing aren't going to be skating very much transition at all, if any. You, when we were talking about this, referred to curb cuts as transition. I don't know how I feel about that. But in this part, I think there was only one clip that was transition. It was the kickflip. Oh, no, there's 2. He does kickflip out of that bank and then nollie flip in. And then he does kickflip into that bank.
Ollie
and backside
in.
flip out.
Ollie in, backside
Ollie
flip
in,
out. Yeah.
So I'm going to have to go with a 4.
Woo. Yeah. Going forward, it's going to be hard, very hard to come close to 100 unless you're like on some Ashad shit, literally skating everything. We'll see what the final score comes out to, but yeah, transition's usually going to be pretty low. I'm going to give him a fuck. He barely skates transition in this.
I tried to remove this category completely, but it's a debate we have to have.
Yeah, so I'll give him a 3 because he's really barely skating transition in this part. Next up, we're going with, he's going to score high here. We're going with trick selection.
Immediately what comes to mind is you try to think, is there anything you didn't like? And I can't think of one trick in there that I did not like. So trick selection, Danny Garcia knocked it out of the park. I'm hitting him with a 10.
Straight the fuck up. I'm hitting him with a 10 as well. It's all
easy money.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up, we have kits. The man is a goddamn kit god. I definitely prefer the older Danny Garcia. We're going to talk about this a little more when it comes to continuity. But I rate all his kits. Blue jeans, yellow shirt kit. Loved it. The only thing that throws it off for me is some of the newer clips is when his kits were evolving. So I'm going to go with 9 for kits.
9 for kits? Okay. I mean, I'm watching the part on loop now, and I feel like I've gone through it a whole second time already. There's nothing that bothers me. But actually, yeah, I'm gonna give him a 9 too, just because I'm sure there's like a Stevie Williams part or something, or a Wade part where it's gonna be that 10 out of 10. But
exactly,
the man's smooth as they come. 9 for me as well.
Next up, something that matters a lot. A good filmer can make an average skater look great. It's filming. There wasn't one thing I didn't like in this. Similar to the kits, I don't know if the filming can be better. It was great filming. I'm gonna give the filming a 10.
Great filming. That whole video, amazing filming. His buddy, I forget his name now. What was his buddy's name that he filmed a lot of this part with? Shout out to him. I wish I could remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but go back and listen to his episode. I'm gonna give him a 9 as well. Or what did you give him?
I gave him a 10.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a 9 because it's clean, but there was nothing like crazy over, like mind blowing. You know, and sometimes you get that like where that's the first thing that jumps out at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Next up, the song match and edit. Here's where I'm giving him a 10 straight the fuck up. I absolutely love this song. I feel like we were all downloading it and putting it on our MP3s at the time. The song matched his skating perfectly, and the edit was just one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah, like I told you, I found it hard to not watch Mosaic over and over and over again before we did Danny's part. It has a lot to do with the edit and song. It's a 10 for me.
Hell yeah.
Next up, we have overall continuity. This is something that is hard to explain, but it's just the whole feel of the video. It's everything, all the categories built into one. The only thing holding this back from a super high score for me is, like I said, the way his kits are evolving. Danny Garcia went to a little bit more of a tighter kit later on in his career than he had when he started. I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Okay.
That's the only problem I have.
I'm thinking the exact same thing. Even some of our parts over the years, I'm sure in some clips we had 3XLTs and then the next one was like an XL. But it's always something that's just bothered me a little bit in video parts. And Danny actually even mentioned it to us when we were interviewing him about how like he liked his next part more because it was all like the continuity was just there a little bit more. Whereas in this part, he's going through a couple different eras. But otherwise, we obviously love this part, so I'm going to give that 9 as well, just because it's noticeable. Last but not least. Yeah.
Oh, hey. Great minds think alike.
Jinx! Enders, baby. Last trick. I'm giving it a fucking 10 because I still remember being at Shred Central. We were in our teens. We were fucking loving going to every premiere, and that was one of the best videos at the time. Holds up to this day. That ended the whole video, and I just remember everyone losing it, and I could not believe someone nollied out to the second part of a double kink rail, and he did it so effortlessly. So 10 for me.
Yeah, this is a tough call for me. I feel like sometimes in an ender I want something that is just far and above better than the last couple tricks, but it feels to me like he had 4 enders in this one. The last 4 tricks are all equally insane. I think that's why they played all 4 back again. So I'm going to do a 9.5 on the ender.
Okay. I see you hating on our boy.
Oh, I'm hating on a 95 score. Come on. All right. Let's tally up our scores here.
All right.
My final score out of 100. It might seem a little bit low. It's 86 for what I call pretty close to a perfect goddamn skate part. But let's not forget, transition, man. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to get into those 90s with that transition section. So 86 out of 100 for D-Guard, man.
Damn. I definitely consider myself one of the biggest Danny Garcia fans, and I somehow came in under you at 83.5. I'm sorry, Danny. You know it's all love, brother.
All right, y'all. That's going to wrap up our first ever video review. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think, man. Maybe take our scoring log and give them a score of your own.
Yeah, let's spark the debate. Let's get it popping. Stay safe. Stay quarantined. Do what you got to do. Much love.